your host, Joshua Church.
On to the list of things I could give a rat's ass about. This goes across lots of different media. As far as games, Resident Evil Requiem or whatever. I'm sorry. I know there's a lot of people who are like, what? Resident Evil's the best. I love that game. Granted, I'm an old school, old man Resident Evil fan. I loved part 1 and 2 and 3. And then it lost me. It started shifting into this kind of, it became more, I guess, Asian influenced at that point. I know it's Capcom, it's an Asian game. But the first 3 games were kind of an Asian take on American tropes. And so I liked it. It was a different weird vibe. Very just, it's a company and the monsters that they accidentally created. Once you get into Resident Evil 4, it got weird, and it started doing like, oh, we're off on some weird adventure, and we're in a village, and there's a bunch of creepy stuff going on, and it's like, have y'all lost the narrative? I don't know. It just, to me, it felt like 1, 2, and 3 were on a strict kind of narrative, and once you got to 4, they took a hard turn, and the 4 I heard, was a great game as far as like playability. But story-wise, the story completely started being all over the place after Code Veronica, and I just can't keep up anymore. So every time they put out a new Resident Evil, I always think maybe I'll try, and then I try, and then I go, the story isn't hooking me. The game's beautiful, it looks amazing, but the story's not hooking me. I'm done, and I check out. Yeah, I'm the same way about Silent Hill. I love Silent Hill 1 and 2. After that, I could care less. I don't know. I think it just lost the narrative. Some things shouldn't be franchises forever. That's all I'm going to say. Then, Masters of the Universe. Now, I was a He-Man kid. I grew up on He-Man. I love He-Man when I was little. And I've always wanted to see them do a movie. But, and granted, this movie could shock me. It could be the one that I go, I wasn't looking forward to it at all, and it comes out and I'm like, oh my God, and I cry tears, and I go, oh my God, I'm a child again, and it took me back. But I'm sorry, it's very difficult. Number one, it's very difficult for me to get around Jared Leto as Skeletor. Jared Leto is box office poison. The only things I could think of that guy was in that I go is pretty good is like, Fight Club, where he got beaten almost to death, and then My So-Called Life way back in the day, and maybe Blade Runner when he was in the sequel. Otherwise, the guy's pretty terrible in a lot of movies he's in. I don't got anything against Jared Leto. It's just usually when he's in something, it's just like, it's kind of bad. So I'm not looking forward to that. Plus, I mean, most of the stuff that they've shown, I'm not super jazzed about. Plus, I feel like if you're going to make a Masters Universe movie, it needs to be not set on Earth. It just needs to be in Eternia. Forget the Earth exists. We don't need to connect it to make it to where we can understand it. Just, it's a fantasy world. Let it be a fantasy world. Lord of the Rings didn't have to have Aragorn come to Earth to let you understand that Middle Earth is a different place. I don't know. They're making the same mistakes as the Dolph Lundgren one, so I don't know. We'll see. You gotta understand, I was a kid when the movie came out, the Dolph Lundgren one, and it completely punched me in the face and kicked me in the balls, and I was like, yeah, I'm done. So after that, I was like, yeah, no more Motu for me. Also, another one I could care less about is Scream 7. Scream has lost the plot a long time ago for me. Scream just decided that it was going to be more than just this fun meta slasher. And it just feels like in the last couple of installments, again, they lost the plot. And Scream, it doesn't have that, I guess, together vibe of other slashers where you're like, that's Freddy Krueger and he's going to be in the next movie, and that's Jason Voorhees going to be in the next movie. Scream is always just like rinse, repeat, got to be a different villain playing Ghostface, right? And so every time they do it, it doesn't feel like there's any continuity. It doesn't feel like there's any connection besides somebody was inspired by the previous one and did it. And so Unless they give me a very intriguing story where Matthew Lillard's the killer and like or he's at least like behind all of this like copycat stuff and that was part of their plan with him and Billy. Cool, that would be somewhat interesting, but I'm just done. I need Scream to end. Screams don't go on forever because you can't. You can't have that much oxygen to push out air, and I think this franchise has lost the oxygen to push out air to make a Scream. So I'm done with Scream. Another one is Moana, live action Moana. Now, Disney, I understand they're doing this. Well, all of our animated hits must be put in live action because we need money twice. I would rather you release the animated version again in theaters and do a retrospective thing and clean it up or whatever and put it out. That'd be cool. Making a live action version is stupid, especially on something like Moana. Because it was understandable when you're like, well, Snow White, one of our oldest hits. Cinderella, one of our oldest hits, like from years ago, from the 40s or the 50s or 60s. Moana wasn't that damn long ago. So you're making Moana, why? Why? Why do we need a live action version of that? We had one already. We had an animated one that was very beautiful, had high fidelity, and had a ton of stuff that you can't really do in live action. So I'm not looking forward to it at all. I could give a rat's ass about that one. And I feel like it's probably not going to be that great. I don't know. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. And maybe I will be. But personally, nah. Nah. I'm not in. And the things that I'm not looking forward to in 2026. I hope that all of you had an amazing year. Hopefully 2026 treats us all well. And hopefully it's a nice peaceful year with very little conflict and more togetherness. And we can all kind of, I know I hate to sound like hippy dippy, but maybe we can all be in a better spot by the end of 2026. So here's to you. Here's to everybody. Happy holidays. Happy New Year. And I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Hey, like and subscribe. Be sure to check out more of the content on the Movie Dogs channel. All the reviews and cool remarks and cool guests like me, Josh Church, the owner of River Monster Comics. We are in Dunnellon, Florida, so if you're ever in the area, come by and check out the shop. Get some cool nerd stuff, comics, pops, toys, whatever. And swing by and just have some cool conversations about movies and all things pop culture. We appreciate you. See you soon.